In this video, we're going to learn how to find the p-value when we are given the t value or the t-test value, and of course we know the degree of freedom. All right, so this scenario is two tails, so we can see how we're going to use it, right? So the best way to do this again is to graph it. So t is 1.945, so the 0 is going to be here. This is our t distribution, so 1.945 it should be here, and this is our t value. So then the value here is going to cut it, the distribution, into a small tail, as you can see it here. And because we are having two tails, right, we have as well another t which is the opposite, minus 1.945. that's exactly symmetrical to 0, and this is having another tail from this side. So what we call the p-value is the sum of these two tails, so this one and this one together. So the area in between them is going to be the p-value. And here we are using both sides only because we are saying two tails distribution. All right, so we can focus only on one side, and this is going to be obviously the p-value divided by 2. It's very similar to alpha value divided by 2. So now let me talk a little bit about the t statistics or t-test. So what we call the t-test, in some books they call it t-stat statistics or t-calculated. All right, I think everybody is more familiar with this formula. So it can be x bar minus the mean divided by sigma divided by radical n, and this is only one form of it, right? So every time we change the scenario, the formula as well change. All right, so now let's see what we are looking for. We are looking obviously for this value here, which is p value over 2, and if I'm going to use the degree of freedom, which is equals to n minus 1, and that's going to be 27. So I'm going to zoom in into the table. All right, so I'm going to go to degree 27, and that's going to be right here. And then I'm going to look for the value that I'm giving, which is 1.945. So I'm going to go and check other values. If I am lucky, I get the exact hit. Otherwise, my value is going to be in between two other values. So I see 1.945 is between 1.703 and 2.052. All right, so then I'm gonna go to the two tails. You see here two tails because I'm in two tail distribution, and I'm gonna read the corresponding values here. So there are two values, right? 0.1 and 0.05. And that exactly the p-value is going to be located in between. All right, the reason because if the t value is in here, the p-value is going to be located here in between. So my conclusion, my p-value would be in between these two values that I just found, 0.1 and 0.05. Please notice here they are not in order, so you have to put the smallest one first, which is 0.05 in here, and 0.1 in here. So this is an approximation. I don't have the exact value. All right, so that's the best you can do with the table. You can check out the next video. I'm going to do it with the TI-84, and it should give me the exact value.